Carl Bogart here for Kenosha Military Surplus for another week of what's new in the store. As you can see, got a lot of helmets and hats, couple other items. So we'll start at this end, work to the other end. First up, we have a 1950s civil defense helmet with logos on both sides and Wauwatosa Air Warden painted on the front. This week we picked up a lot of M1 helmet liners, primarily 70s, maybe a little bit early 60s, 70s helmet liners. We also picked up one, I wish this one was intact. It was post-war use, but it was at one point a paratrooper World War II liner. You could see the snaps on the side still, and you could still see where the H harnesses were, but they were cut out. Unfortunately, it's in rough condition. One of the webbings, the top suspension webbings, is broken. But if you have a paratrooper shell and you need a liner, it might be a good option for you. This is a an M42 German shell. It was clearly in the ground for a while. It has, I'm assuming that this dent that was penetrated at the top resulted in its wearer having a bad day. A lot of other dents up on the top. Someone obviously pulled it out of the ground, painted it black, added two German national tricolors upside down in the wrong place, and an SS decal. So I'm assuming was brought home, and I don't know. It is a real German shell. We have picked up another British Mark V without a chin strap. This one looks like black in color, made that way because it's universal on the inside and outside. We have a vehicle crew helmet, and if you get it, basically you get everything you see. You got the helmet, you have the goggles, you get a nice little mannequin head to display it on. Picked up a British number 4 Mark II bayonet, and we picked up a number 4 Mark III bayonet with the larger rounded metal scabbard and frog. Even the frog is Mark III, dated 1943, Canada. For the German collectors, we picked up Mother's Cross with the full large ribbon, 3rd pattern, bronze. Picked up 2 visor hats. This is a nice enlisted one. Well, was nice. It obviously has some age, still has the leather strap along the back side. The suspension, the sweatband, like a lot of them, is somewhat deteriorated, but for an entry-level collector, if you're just displaying it on a mannequin head or in a display case where you're not wearing it or not, it's potentially a good example. Also have an officer's visor cap, somewhat better condition than the enlisted one, intact, but it still shows its wear. Picked up another Kevlar helmet, this one with cover. It's a size medium, but what's cool about the cover, I don't know if you can see it there, but it has a kind of like the Punisher death head on the front. So if you're an airsofter, the cool helmet of the week that we found when we were out hunting, World War II front seam but fixed bail helmet based on its lot number, made in 1942. The lot number is 249B. with a mid-war Westinghouse liner. It doesn't have its nape, but they moved the sweatband and attached it up where the nape would be. Other than that, it's really good condition for a fixed bail. I think that's pretty much everything on the table. The camouflage, it's a complete uniform. Czech Republic, it's a working uniform. It was the VZ92 pattern, or what they call the oil pattern. It was just kind of like an oily, streaky looking pattern in it, designed to cover and hide dirt and debris for people in the Czech army working. We got the jacket and the pants, roughly extra large, and we have an extra jacket as well. If jackets, if you're just looking for a jacket. Picked up 2 really good condition Alice packs. Both of them were made in 73 or 74, so it's the first version of the Alice pack, and it even has the original first version of the waist strap, which a lot of times you don't see because it was pretty flimsy, pretty insignificant. Got a World War II mountain ruck that has two pockets on the bottom and then one pocket a little bit higher up. This one was made in 1943, but it's missing its waist pad on the back side. We have a first generation Molly load bearing vest. Basically, these had this belt on the bottom that was adjustable, that you could put your canteens and everything on. It was a kind of like a hybrid between the load bearing vest that came before it and the what became the Molly 2 Flick. Ironically, though, I find it interesting that the US is actually stenciled upside down, but for airsofting, or if you're into metal detecting, you need a belt and a harness that is more flexible than the Flick, because this piece down here is adjustable up and down as well as the back and the weight, and you can adjust the thickness, how tight it is across your back. Last item I picked up, Monday I bought another Type 99 Arisaka rifle. That one had the mum on it, as well as the rear sight had the 2 little extension bars for the anti-aircraft sight, and it had the cleaning rod. So after evaluation, because I had 3 of them in the collection, we decided to keep that one, and we would take this one out of the collection. The overall bluing is in better condition. However, the mum is missing. The extensions for the aircraft sight are missing. The dust cover is missing, and it has the earlier ring, but for the monopod, but obviously the monopod isn't there. It's missing its cleaning rod, and it has the later version of the sight where it's just the sight without the 2 sidewalls. But if you're looking for a nice condition mid-war Arisaka Type 99 rifle, we have one. So that's it for this week. Again, I appreciate all of you who watch our videos, and we even had a gentleman who watched the video, saw that I, in my last couple videos, made mention of missing a couple items, and actually hunted them down and brought them to the store for me, which was really nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. So for another week, this is Carl Bogar signing off for Kenosha Military Surplus, your premier provider of authentic military surplus for the entry-level collector and the enthusiast, and historic military impressions. where we provide museum quality exhibits to add value to public events around the United States. Our next event will be February, July 15th at the High Ground for their Vietnam Veterans Welcome Home Weekend up in Neillsville, Wisconsin. So if you're a Vietnam veteran, if you haven't been up to the High Ground, I encourage you to go. It's a beautiful location. It has an amazing Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It also has memorials for Korea, working dogs, women, a Gold Star Mothers Memorial, an Iraq Memorial. There's several memorials there that have been built over time since it opened in the 1980s. So for this week, thank you for watching. As always, like and subscribe to our videos, share our videos, and I will see you again next week.